Ahead of the second round of nuclear talks set to take place in Geneva this week, Iran says that the American position has become more realistic. Iran's foreign ministry is now urging that the talks take place as soon as possible so that it can get the US to remove the sanctions. However, this doesn't mean that Tehran is letting its guards down. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps have started massive military drills. These drills are underway at the Strait of Hormuz, which is a major choke point for global oil exports. The new drills are being called Smart Control of Hormuz Strait. Iranian naval boats can be seen in action in these videos released by IRGC along with live fire drills. This as Iran ramps up its defenses, especially as the US deploys the USS Gerald R. Ford to join the USS Abraham Lincoln near Iran, creating a massive two-carrier strike force. The deployment adds a second carrier group to the region, bolstering the Lincoln, which has patrolled those waters for over 2 weeks. Tehran has vowed a crushing response to any attack after US President Donald Trump warned time was running out for a nuclear deal. Iranian officials have issued a notice to airmen for live-fire military activity in the airspace along the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is a strategically significant waterway through which a large share of the world's energy supplies pass, making any military activity in the area a focus of international attention. Meanwhile, the US military is reportedly preparing for the possibility of sustained weeks-long operations against Iran if President Trump orders an attack. Amid this, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi met the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, in Geneva, where the second round of negotiations with the United States are scheduled. In a statement, Araghchi clarified that real ideas for a fair and equitable deal are on the table. However, there would be no submission to threats. US envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are set to hold negotiations with Iran on Tuesday in Geneva, with representatives from Oman acting as mediators. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio cautioned that while Trump's preference was to reach a deal with Tehran, he also acknowledged that the talks could fail.
I'm not going to talk about attacks on Iran or anything of that nature because the president's made clear he prefers diplomacy and an outcome of negotiated settlement. Now, we're dealing with radical Shia clerics. Okay, we're dealing with people who make geopolitical decisions on the basis of pure theology. And it's a complicated thing. I mean, no one's ever been able to do a successful deal with Iran, but we're going to try.
Trump has amassed military forces in the region, raising fears of new military action. With an additional American aircraft carrier being deployed in West Asia, there will be thousands more US troops along with fighter aircrafts, guided missile destroyers and other firepower capable of waging attacks and defending against them.